play. And
well, I mean, the breach will at least help their after plans, and they'll probably be more used to where they should positioning with it. We've got NRG on defense, we've got 100 Vs on attack.
Take on the double duelist, and they're starting off quickly towards a lobby, taking control of that part of the map. Asuna.
Okay, the double duel to sell the fake with a recon and smoke back a site.
Trying to creep up on top of it. But really, it's a ruse with the double duelist as the rest of the team is going into C long.
Wait, do they double back now?
They might just call all the way
Yeah,
back.
Mad is in a weird spot.
Where do we want to finish? That makes it a little more
That'll
difficult.
do it, though.
Using Cryo to Mata.
Mata sort of abusing these elevated lines. He can pop over to with the jet.
Drone could give false info. Sees nothing down long, and now 100 Thieves creep in.
Again, NRG really aren't flinching on the map. Had that double garage control for a long time. Still have a 2-stack with Ethan, who does
Rotate's looking good.
flashes.
Some might even get over towards site. Ethan has full util to help these out on site. It's just if Mad stays alive to be able to use it.
For a second kill. Rock on the site alone for the moment.
2 bullets.
Support floods in, but he's getting tagged up every which way. Stuck out in the open, reloading. It's a tough spot.
That wasn't
and
great.
Thieves, they're rallying back. They're taking this site. That's unless Ethan.
Okay, respect to Ethan there. He's insanely calm.
Locks it up with Vanessa's help. And wins a pistol.
Sure. It wasn't like fully convincing, but it's kind of nice. Chat, 100 V's 1 double pistol, right? So it's 2-1. Pretty sure.
Kill they had against Mata. There you have it. Right after that's the stun, and this is 100 Thieves smoke to try and break that really annoying corner line.
Bro, come on!
Didn't seem to be a problem for Ethan though.
Volume. Is the sound too low in game?
100 Thieves not choosing to really buy anything
Does
here.
feel low,
NRG. They started that first half down real rough. Good to see them with some momentum in their sails here to get things going. And
okay. What do they have? We've got a Sheriff from Boostio, and that's about it. Everyone on NRG buying on this. I like that. Make sure they don't get ecoed. They definitely need to try to get good starts after what we just saw.
My eyes are really on Asuna this round. He's hanging out in this front mid space with potential to try and sell a little bit more presence into garage or B. Try and pull some rotates, because he's making noise on front B. Hunting out for some Cypher tripwires right now. Yeah, didn't find any, so yeah, I like this call from 100 Thieves to bail out of the space.
It's nice from NRG though, to be honest. Instant pressure over towards A, gets cleared, rotate can go in, means they can actually fight over towards site. I don't know what cages they got down, but...
There's already players flooded in. 2 in backside from NRG. Don't want to let this plant go down, and it's not happening.
Yeah, this is nice. It's a great reclair over towards long from them. Dude, 5 assists from FNS there.
5 assists, I think, because they were just running through the cage.
Yeah.
Good stats.
It's a good counter call from Finesse there, realizing 100 Thieves leaving that A space with the walk up, instantly flooding into the site and getting there. Because if you remember how NRG were playing their defense on that last map, the Cypher side of the map was
It's a nice bonus though. Every single gun here.
Back and spawn, and for a moment there, it was similar scenes for NRG.
That is the difference on this map, especially towards C. It's a little easier to set up like retake cages to be able to flood in really early.
For sure. You even saw in that last round, there were like Cypher cages up in garage window. This round actually, Finesse has an interesting setup. So this cage in garage is trying to sell that again. It's a Cypher setup on the A side, but it's actually deep cages and the tripwires A for potential retake.
Whoa. Madder, is he going for it? Dude, Madder's going for it.
But Mata's
He's absolutely, I mean, he's in spawn in 15 seconds.
It's so weird. Mata is already
They're gonna hear this. They've spotted him from C, though. I was gonna say, so much going on in this round.
I mean, there's already a man down. They know A is gonna be all but open.
I mean, look, 100 Thieves are not going to expect the Cypher full setup on A behind where his jet full pushed through.
And that should be a free kill. Oh my god, he's jumping every which way.
Calm, bro, calm, composure, relax.
Finally gets his gun in play, but that's a loud time for players to get out backside.
Holy hell.
More chaos.
Oh my god, what's going on?
How's this a 1v1?
He's here very fast.
Finesse on the flank to win the bonus round against EU, who's stalked towards hell. The stinger on the swing, and EU.
Very, very nice from EU.
Let it slip
God,
away.
that's close rounds.
That's wild there.
Dude, if NRG were a little bit calmer here, I think they win that.
Let's rewind.
Yep.
Let's start with the Jet full pushing into spawn at maybe a minute 20 on the clock. And then we get to the site, and seemingly everyone has like a magnetic
Good damage. I mean, it's a great
field around
bonus
them,
round.
not a bullet hits.
Yeah, I mean, really the thing that shocks me is the
Just the
Jet
fact they
pushing
might look at it
through.
and feel like, well,
I think
probably
maybe
should have
they're
won this.
expecting to run into some resistance on A lobby. I mean, look, again, those trips were unexpected. They got some kills. I think if
Okay,
the
op.
could just been a little crisper there.
The
that round
op
actually
is
goes
out.
NRG's
Set up
way.
over towards A. There's a cage up at the moment, so that creates pressure over towards short. And I'm seeing
Mata gets that
them
off
not
online.
even worry about this. There's a good chance they have a read into how
well,
Boostio likes
you
to
don't
play
know
this
that.
map in terms of pressure over towards A.
Oh, he's clearing spawn because Jet ran in there
'Cause Jet
last
was
We'll
round.
see.
last round,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes. You're so right.
He
I
was
wonder if he's
playing
actually
silver for
never
5 years, so
like
everything he
lurked
does
short
is
with this
excellent.
cage that he popped.
I'll tell you though, I do not love 100 Thieves odds if they try
What was I
to
gonna say?
go back
Money.
and clear
1,
into the
2,
A space.
3.
Yes, they have a Sova drone.
2, 4. Sure, that'd be fine.
They would
It's
have
4
the
and 3
patience
can't
to
buy
have it
next.
clear all the way back behind bricks.
Isopop shield though.
That's annoying.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
Mata wants to break it. Hello. Shows his hand. Cryo walks towards short. And with the double tap up, he's going to try and get out.
Yeah, look at the C site though. It is a full retake again for NRG. Som the only guy that's even remotely close.
Good
Oh.
spam from Som.
Wow.
Cryo in mid.
A nice
Walks it
kill.
down
While
for
this
one
was going
kill
on,
onto
EU
an
picked up
asset.
the orb
Now
over
he'll run
towards
to the
long,
rest
so
of the
they do
team.
have an ult for this after plan, which means that NRG
Just
gonna have to
still
go a
stalled
little
out
bit
by
faster on this
Submissile
one.
before getting the spike on the ground. So now it becomes a walk up from Xander.
He was so good map 1. Trying to do it here again. Forward Hunter series. Xander follows it up well.
Damn,
And the
this
flank
was
comes in
nice. They
from
managed to get
Cryo.
2
100
kills off of the
Thieves
ult.
locking this one down well. Som is trapped.
Yeah, it's
Just a
all on
TP
him
to get
too.
out.
Ooh.
And a 1v1 against
Ooh.
Boostio. He wins that. And now a chance. Mata's arriving on the flank. Darted up. Needs this kill on the player tucked in the cubby. Mata too early on the shot. Now a
Damn,
reroute
Som.
as Som gets
Damn,
more,
Som,
and
what the hell? How have
NRG.
you actually managed
They
that?
brought it all
Bro,
the
he's
way
locked
back
into the
that
corner.
round. Som for 4 kills to win their third.
Som just chooses to go
And he's
beast mode there
TP'd out
for the
and killed
4 piece.
everyone. That was sick
Nice
from him.
work out of him.
In the
Turning
1v1
all
one
that
on site as well, he
attention too. I mean,
smoked,
Mata
spiked,
shouldn't have
tapped.
any chance on that
Sorry,
flank.
smoked the spike and tapped, right? I
Still
think.
gets the kill he needs. Looks like Brock was going for the
The TP
risky
out
plant
here was
spot
nice.
there.
Yeah.
Falls victim to the
And then he
spam.
makes Cryo spam.
Stoic.
There's no reaction. Dude, that was
Marcus
sick
Aurelius
from
in
him.
CT Americas.
NRG looking to get a little active on the anti-eco.
Go for a little walk into mid. Hello, Hassan.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay, neon movement. Not enough to keep him alive there.
Looks a little bit silly, but at the end of the day, you get your kills. Honestly, that to me feels like a bit of a throwaway
Shot.
round for NRG. Nice shot from Som, picking up the op this round.
Cage triggered.
But NRG don't play so active like that. I think just, again, trying to throw that look into the mix on a round they're expecting to win anyways.
Mata. Just under the stun target.
Down, C.
And this one has been very well handled by NRG. They let Boostio have one gun. Give me the 1v1. Come on, let them fight.
Let them
Come on,
fight.
Finesse. Swing
Let
into
them
it.
fight.
You know
It's
you want
crazy.
to. It's a dink. Finesse. He wins it.
It's an honest 1v1 as well, right? Ethan was there, he didn't land a shot.
Dude,
I'm
this is
calling
a
a
lot of
fair
rounds
game on
against this
that.
comp on
Ethan
defense
was the
already, to
second
be honest. It's normally a comp that
factor.
likes
Abide
to
by
get
rules.
around
Did you
7, I
tap
would
in?
say. So it's a very nice start from NRG. That round before from Som really just
I was
bails them
checking
out.
to see maybe Som was going to hold on to the op for another round, but as far as things are concerned right now, that's going to be back in Mata's hands. Makes sense. He's got the knives ready to go.
First time out for 100 Thieves this map. Had a bit of a rough start to this one.
I wonder if they just start playing more honest execs, to be frank, because they've been playing a lot more for like.
Oh, they
the
got a-
mid-space
they got an
a
op
bit
to deal with at
slowly.
the
You
moment.
think back to the pistol round, sort of ping-ponging back and forth between A and C, trying to set up either Cryo or Asuna to fake out some lurk looks before the rest of their team accelerates in. Not that I think that's been going poorly for them. It's been more post-plant issues or that strange round a couple back.
The 100 Thieves Duelists, 2 and 10 combined to start this game, but finally they're getting the first round of Alt Online. That's a lot of what you're playing when you pick into this ISO, trying to get yourself that free 5v4 with the ISO ultimate.
Yeah, this is a bit of a shocker seeing Cryo 2 and 5 right now, because this is a map he goes beast mode on. Like, his ISO is elite.
Well, this should be an easy round, though.
In this map,
Easy round. You got double ults to make it very easy to make sure that you can actually get someone with this ult.
To kick things off.
And then we can overwhelm. Let's see how NRG want to play against the ult, because they need to... This is interesting. Are we going aggro? Drop some the op again? Everyone from NRG seems to be super scared of the drone, especially Som, to be honest. Like, Som needs to run away fast. Like that drone can't be spotting him.
Spot for it as well. The close angle outside garage. Usually you'd see him back on plat with a stun called in from
stun to re-clear garage, but they should know that's a re-clear after you see the stun here.
There's a wild stun line coming from over in the corner on A like that.
Okay, change up over towards A. Put a smoke in. This is the smoke where they kind of fake the pressure as well. Mada every single time is in the pos to make this a one-way almost. Yeah, it is the pistol rounds. It literally is the same thing on the pistol, but last time he cancelled over towards C.
Yeah, except this time, I mean, Som again is calling for the cages to be popped. He wants to get out onto the site for a pick.
Kind of nice for 100 Thieves, so they get a free site and they still have a... Whoa!
That's a hit.
That is a hit.
63 HP on EU.
Eventually you'll get the plant
I mean, they got ISO ult. So fine.
Is this just a map that Som wills NRG to win?
It's looking possible. This one's going to be tough, though. Asuna and Boostio. Control of Garage is theirs.
And what do 100 Thieves use to win the round?
Well, NRG just want to do damage at the moment. That's it. Every single kill is important. I think Brook should be hunting, personally. When I do a money
and NRG, they're going to
check.
Save these 2 guns. Pick up the op, presumably from Mata here.
He's taking his time.
Wanted to clear all
yeah,
the
well,
angles.
100 Thieves. Gonna take that. 3K
Som
for everyone.
Unless he wants his
They can make a really good comeback here.
Who's to say?
Yeah, I'm curious if NRG are going to adjust coming out from this, because they're playing very limited information, right? When you consider how, you know, Mata's playing that boosted line over towards the A side, looking down into sewer. Because 100 Thieves are throwing that elevated smoke, it's sort of cutting down on any of the forward line you'd expect an Omen to have.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 days a week. Dun, 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 dun.
Huh. Me when I'm learning the numbers in the days a week.
That's curious.
Here's an ISO ult in hand for Cryo. Who's he gonna get? In goes Brock. 1v1.
Oh.
Cryo, shields gone, and Brock.
Dude, Cryo sits in the middle and gives him an opportunity to jiggle break the...
And back into the chaos. NRG.
The ult.
They're good
the shield.
in these positions. Brock and Ethan.
Dude, nicely done from Brook as well.
A.
Double on site to cover him.
Brock there. I love how he's
Dude,
just
that's it.
jiggling that ISO wall inside of the ult there to get that first shot down that breaks the armor before actually challenging him on the fight.
There's like a reason that no one... So I can't remember who started it, but if this is the ISO ult, people that were on the 1 used to always try and like jump peek with classic to break the shield of like someone sitting here. And then ISOs literally just knew that that was meta, so they just stuck behind their wall each time. Alpha? Yeah, it might have been Alpha that started it.
More tough to keep info on
and then like every ISO kind of knew to not sit in the middle. I'm really surprised that he's sitting in the middle now.
Yeah, right now just the C camera to watch that cross.
You just give an opportunity to break your shield and get out for free.
Paranoia, good stall. Cryo, oh, he's walking into a trip. Spots it in the nick of time. Finesse.
Oh, he got spotted.
Position, but Cryo too prepared. And now Som down as well. The missile somehow finding a kill as NRG reclaims space. They have a foothold in this site, but the fight is continuing.
Dude, okay, that was calm though. That's what I wanted to see on A site earlier.
Puts it down to Xander. A good timing onto one.
Nicely done, dude. Brock, back-to-back rounds, being a beast, to be honest.
Good hold again out of NRG, especially because that was a disaster at the start, right? We saw him and Finesse falling. Brock and team come flying on in, bringing in the reinforcements.
2 rounds in a row now where Brock is just having crazy impact.
Nice!
Flooding into these sites.
Let's go, bro.
Dude, this is too many rounds, I think.
Put 100 Thieves onto the low buy. Again, just testing this mid space early on. Although if you think about it, last time NRG played the anti-eco, it was the full mid.
I guess 100 Thieves actually like
to trap,
have a pretty good default with the neon
on the B site. And that comes after Mata's going to take a shot with the operator.
Is ignoring the sliding knee on the tech. Problem is that guy is probably going to one-tap you while sliding.
Ooh, there's an angle for the garage players to creep in, but unfortunately for those
Increase the
players,
volume,
there
but
is
dude,
a
yeah, it seems
trip
to be
up the window.
differing, and every time they talk, sometimes they're really quiet.
He was patient on that angle.
I put it up a little bit.
Have another chance.
It's a great shot.
Xander, okay. Good shot from him. Now Finesse facing them in the corner, wrangling the spray. Two's good enough in that position. As the shorty finishes up the job, and NRG feeling happy with
Nice,
this
waiting for the
anti-eco.
flash.
Very nicely done out of them. Holding on to their ultimates as well. This has kind of been clockwork for NRG so far.
I was going to say, it
Again,
does
we
feel
knew
like
this was
NRG
their
have
round
some
pick, but
nice
after
reads
how
on a
dominant
little bit of
100 Thieves
this.
looked over on Fracture.
Like this was a good
Seeing
stack over
NRG coming
towards
with
B
this comp
first time that
change
they
and
really
be
wanted to
very
go over
quick to
towards B.
implement it.
Saying
It's a
that, they had
nice thing to
the op over towards top of B, right?
Yeah,
when
the duo from Moistek Shopify
when it
back
was
in
the
tier
other
2.
eco round,
Didn't
maybe they
think
just
they'd
like
be
to go B
playing
on
with each other
ecos.
this year. Mata picked up in the off season, won Soup with this team, did well at the Sin City Classic, and then Brock brought in later in the season to reunite with his former teammate. Facing up against another tier 2 duo on the other side of Xander and EU.
Hold on, Mata has the up back in hand. Been bouncing around between him and Psalm, but this time he's on the shoreline to Garage.
Oh, Boostio's in trouble. How does he get that kill? Boostio!
Nice
Oh
shots,
my
man.
God. Trying to make do on
Nice
his
shots.
words. 2 kills. And Mata, a desperate play into mid.
Yeah, and this guy can see his op,
Barrel
right?
scene, not quite.
No?
Cryo waiting, and he knows.
No chance. That was nasty. I mean, the situation Boosty, it was in there. Missiles coming down, he's stunned.
Aftershock stun, all in the corner. They know
So
exactly
fine
where
for
he
some
is.
to
It's 2 anyway.
Yeah.
chill on this, to be honest.
NRG after
Just
playing
purely
so many
'cause
of those
Cryo's so
reserved
close to
rounds,
ult.
This is one where, look at it, they're
He
stepping
could
forward,
do damage,
challenging
and I
on
wouldn't
the
be
line,
against
stepping
it,
down
but
C long as well,
I don't
trying
know.
to push in
I feel
on
like
the
you want to
extremities.
avoid them being one away from
Well,
ISO.
whether it was just Boostio winning that double fight, or
30
even I think
seconds left.
Xander was boosted up on this
Oh
box.
yeah, it's going to
when he's
happen
playing next to
anyway.
you
Got the
now.
orb and gets ult. Well,
Just a really good seek
might as well
contained
go for
angle.
it.
Made that
They
round
go to the
really
main ults.
impossible for NRG to win once they lost those guys.
Nice shot.
Xander for his second on the round.
Okay.
Flawless for 100 Thieves.
So nice little min-maxing from 100 Thieves. If can get 5 here, might be doable.
It's funny
They
how-
can
how
be proud
quiet
of the
it is
orb
when
farm. I
100
mean,
Thieves
yeah, you
aren't
got to
winning
min-max
rounds,
it.
you know, compared to when they are, when Boostio's out of C going crazy.
The fan bases of these teams are so weird because I feel like a lot of it has just been honest hate watching this season.
No.
People like preying on downfalls.
Dude,
But both these
Ethan's
teams, I think,
face, he's
despite
like,
how
how
negative the community
has
has been
Brock
about
not traded
They're
him?
both in playoffs. They're
'Cause
both
he's
in a
2
position
HP.
where, you know, they heat up a little, could go on a run.
He's
saw him
he's surprised that
steps
he got
forward,
shot, and then he's surprised that it
Trying
didn't get
to
traded.
catch onto this garage clear that 100 Thieves have done many times before, and it's good to trade on out. Asuna got through it and tucks into a bit of safety in this corner.
But check out Mata
Weird
boosting
rounds.
up into window. Asuna's between 3 different NRG players right
really
now. Make
weird
that
rounds.
4. He's just inside the Matrix, and Mata's inside 100 Thieves' walls. This round looks almost impossible for
He
100
played
Thieves.
it
They're
well.
definitely
This
not getting
was
back
nice,
into mid.
though.
They're not
It's a
getting
nice
back
round
in
from
it either.
NRG, really.
Boostio now in a 1v4, the 1v1. Finesse
Cage triggered.
not looking, swings back and gets to safety.
All right, we gotta chill with the 1v1.
It's the match of the century.
Okay.
Are you not excited about it? The
Okay.
trash talk. Boostio said he would make Finesse retire, and you don't want to see them 1v1.
You know what? Look, if he wants to get up there and talk his game, I'm happy. But ever since, like the first round over on Fracture, he was shooting bodies, he was into it, he's everything. He's kind of mellowed out since then.
Sure.
I'm waiting for him to give me that energy.
Thank you so much with the Prime, mate. I appreciate you doing that. Thank you for the
30
support.
seconds left.
I don't know if he's going to give it to you this round.
Might just bleed out every second left on the clock.
Yeah, slowly walking into B. Ethan's here with a stun, double flash. Brock will send missiles. I don't think he's going to get that plant down.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
That's one. The player towards Gong saves the deck.
Not gonna happen. I like that little trap look from NRG.
Milk
Again, 100
from
Thieves
the
default.
box.
Basically every round has been sort of sending
What is this?
Arsenal
Is this
on
like a
the
meme
quick
thing?
slide outside of double doors, and then sort of resetting in before trying to clear the space. This time, NRG realized with a couple of smokes and that delayed stun into grass that they could catch the position that Austin is always tucking back into. Now expecting them to
Okay,
go back to
last round they get the
reserve
Odin
approach.
out. Odin op. Maybe there's a backup gun for this as well. We don't really know.
Or spam every wall. I think Mata spammed with an operator the window wall.
You would imagine.
Well, there's an Odin in
That it's
someone's
around
hands
for 100
garage
thieves?
trying to get a player grass.
Maybe.
Cryo has his second ult of the half. Didn't win
Okay, every
out.
single time they've been
Oh,
re-clearing over
Mata's
towards
playing
garage.
de-escalation from op to Odin, now to a Vandal.
Oh, he's going further down. Gets stolen away. Asuna.
Oh,
He's
no.
going to have that kill no matter what. Cryo, though.
Okay,
He'll
tucking
give it
behind
himself and
the
put an advantage for 100 Thieves. The ult gets
the
canceled,
wall this
and
time.
They don't have C.
They're going to go back into
I
A,
mean,
though.
Boostio's
Check
just
this
made
out.
so much
Boostio
space over
stepped
towards
all
A.
the way into the A space. And actually, Som is ulting. He's sticking that.
And Boostio's not looking.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this, Mimi.
Now he checked his
Som
camera.
finesse,
They're considering it.
that's
I
1-4.
think. I think they've considered this,
No
right?
one's looking at Som. Someone has to check this.
Yeah.
Someone has to
Okay,
be
okay.
thorough. Som.
I saw the camera check and it was
Had
like, well,
something there.
All good. One
There's
for
a
one,
chance of
no
it.
problem for 100 Thieves.
Oh, and they hear Finesse stomping and spawn. Should I say it?
No.
Okay.
no.
Although it was.
It was.
Although,
it happened.
yeah,
And look, we
NRG,
come into the end of
NRG
the
did
first
pretty
half
good
here
here.
in the exact inverse of map
Dylan,
one, right?
Dylan,
It's
thank you so much
NRG's
for the
map
tier
pick.
1, mate.
They're the
Appreciate
ones
the
leading
23
8-4.
months. Thank you for the
Now that
support,
same
mate. Thank you for the tier 1.
momentum built coming in at the end here. And now it's going to be NRG going on to the attack where you get to see them play with this breach.
Bro, I'm aiming like a fucking bot. I'm aiming like a bot.
Well, some time to fix that as we head to the halftime.
Gervo, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you, the 5 gifted. Chat in the ad break. Let's get the slug oiler spam going. Thank you so much, Gervo. I appreciate you doing that. Thank you.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Appreciate the 5 gifted, mate. Thank you so much for that. If anyone got gifted, please add Gervo. Say thank you as well. So I'm guessing 100 Thieves need to win this pistol, otherwise we go to Icebox. The NRG comp good on attack, it's pretty nice. I think they just got way too many rounds, mate, to be honest. Well, pistol bonus, never say never. Who do you have for Icebox? I really don't like 100 Thieves Icebox. I'm not sure I can say them. When have we even seen NRG on Icebox? What did it look like? Oh yeah, they used the Reyna. It didn't look too bad though. But they know a lot of the little tricks, but it's one of those, man. If Mada's on, then the Reyna can just take over.
Choice with a little bit of a change up, moving away from the double duelist, locking in a pretty default comp, and it's been good thus far. 8-4 up on their
I think I probably
defense.
prefer
They head into their attack
NRG's
side now.
Icebox from what I've seen.
That they do. Mada's been having a good one.
Dude,
No
the
doubts
100
about
Thieves
that.
ults on
And
Icebox
after
kill me a little
tougher
bit.
opening match,
If they can clean that up, it will look a
now
lot
we're gonna
better.
see how they deal with these opening.
Arch
fights.
again,
That's
thank you so
something
much for the
100
gifted,
Thieves
bro.
love to
Appreciate
go
that.
for, right? When you have the ISO and the Neon, those agents have so many tools to just set themselves up to look for early brawls. And if you note the positioning on the map, it is going to be 100 Thieves testing into mid early on.
Tries just full facing window. It's a very reserved start from NRG. We saw this back on Fracture too. They love taking their time on the attack side.
The thing is, Finesse has this camera down short, which hasn't really seen anything.
Okay, 20 seconds pass.
He might expect a
And
little
they
bit
just
more presence
walk
in
down middle.
LLC.
They've heard the camera on
Especially if
shot.
He ends up seeing Busio cross over into the cam vision.
Look at Asuna, already out on this
Asuna
side. Nope,
is-
he's gone. Back into the smoke. He goes. The
What's
missiles
going on?
not
What's
actually
the indecision
singing
there?
Osmana. It's
Oh my
Asuna
god, why do they
coming
look
back
so
in for a new
indecisive?
angle, a new approach,
Wait, what?
And 100 Thieves see sight. It's theirs.
That is brutal.
Why did NRG look
Busio
like
had left a
this?
tripwire over on the C side, and just
My-
completely
my
stuffed
Omen-
NRG's hits.
My Omen's TP'd in. Why are we trying to get out of there?
I think that might
Are
have
we
been.
okay?
I don't know. Someone's screaming.
Wild stuff. Watch
Like,
this. though,
there
'cause
was
for
a
second, I thought
trip.
Mata was using this tripwire for himself. It like dashed him in, got him back.
Dude, no one's
Salsa
shooting the
couldn't
trip. Dude,
immediately
why?
get the kill.
People have got to commit here,
Asuna
man.
bore down
Commit.
on it. Wasn't an issue in the end. But was he you? Dog.
What?
Did he just give himself a headache? That's what it looks like. He put his like head in his hands.
What happened to bro?
I don't know.
Did he whiff again? He said he was like.
Oh, he was
making
talking
fun
about
of
being a
himself.
bot.
Yeah, at halftime.
Oh no.
The trip, I mean, you've got to expect the
Well,
trip there. The server will normally default it. Obviously, they
Hope
don't have the
for our
server.
eardrum's sakes that he can figure it
He
out.
can lock in.
Oh dear, this round is not going to look good at all for NRG.
Hey,
though.
very,
Yeah,
very
3
clean
piece
on
for Xander.
this.
No problem.
No scream this time. Eu's happy.
That'll be the yardstick, you know, that we're going to measure their performance on.
The screamometer.
Yeah, the screamometer.
Screamometer.
Is that the technical term? I'm not quite sure.
I think
But
that's how you'd pronounce it.
all things considered, NRG need to figure out what's going wrong. Right now, 100 Thieves changing their approach, so the ISO can have a undercut ready to go. Neon can scale quickly down into A lobby and potentially put some flank pressure on NRG. They did not react well to the early aggro piece of 100 Thieves back on Fracture.
Pretty hefty.
Okay,
buy
there goes the
from both
aggro
teams.
A, and
100 Thieves
they
are gonna have
really
5
wanted
rifles
to
for
hold
their
on to
bonus
this.
round.
Double
already taken
damage,
space
shock,
in A lobby.
Neon stun with the Neon sending it.
The thing is, 100 Thieves have called a couple players onto V, including Cryo. Smoke comes in at the perfect time.
Shield pop. Cryo expected a hit.
The
It's
shield
not
pop
coming.
after the pressure
But
over
that
towards
shield pop will
B
be good enough
kinda
to
gives it
stall out
away.
NRG. They're not going to want to
Yeah, they'll take that.
face check through a smoke and challenge that space while it's still up.
With how short it is now, it is a bit more of a mini game to hear that.
Okay, they
wait
insert
it
one
out
over
and
towards
figure out where the
B,
ISO
and
is.
then now we
That's right
pressure
now,
over
NRG
towards
for
A,
sure
so obviously
this
can
drone
hear the
down
rotates
towards
and is
A,
in
but
position to
still looking
punish
potentially to
like
move
the
back
two
into
reactions
outside
to an
B.
A push. So this is nice from NRG.
Face off between
All
him
the
and
teams used to
Busio.
opt for this. I haven't
Austin
seen it
has
as
been
much
spamming a
these
lot towards
days.
A.
Game of chicken.
Because no matter what happens, Busio
40
should
seconds,
be
though.
heard
NRG are gonna have to
by
make up their minds
hurdle
soon.
seen by Mada, depending on the two.
More than likely off of those 4 players, but Mata is starting to look to challenge, and there's a bit of bloom on this smoke. Mata could use that to his advantage.
30 seconds left.
Missiles towards short. XX coming in. Mata will bide his time. Asuna finds safety within his teammate Smoke.
Mata
And it's-
slipped into B.
Yeah, they've already flooded through. NRG have to win out this fight if they want that lurk to mean something. And Asuna shutting down.
And
Finally, the
yeah,
arrival of
it's
Mata.
fully
There's
on
no
top of this as
fanfare.
well.
It's just
The
a shutdown
duelist
from
luck.
Cryo
I
and
think we got a
100
trade on
Thieves.
site
This is
there.
their
This might
bonus
get
round won.
close.
I mean, that lurk is just too obvious. 100 Thieves can hold for it easily, right? NRG are hitting a site, and the jet is nowhere to be found. No fooling them
Oh
whatsoever.
boy.
Good hold there from 100 Thieves.
The pistol into the bonus that we said they needed.
Now it's 8-7. 100 Thieves have already found their way back in, and I think I have to bring up a point you were talking about in map 1. NRG this season, the attack sides have been a big struggle. They have struggled to find their way on multiple maps on that side of the map.
I mean, it's no surprise the Finesse likes to call a
Yeah,
slower
we gotta
paced
trade
game,
that.
right?
He's moving
Likes
around
to,
too
you know,
much.
rotate back into lurks in mid to late rounds. I think there was just a timing issue, right? One of the, either Mata or the group has to activate on something. If they don't, you run into spots like that.
Bustio anchoring C. What can he do? That's one on Tamata. Wins out the opener. And now team arriving yet again. 100 Thieves are so good on these flights.
Omen flash
They're
into
still
TP. That
dangerous.
was nice
The
from
Stingers,
Som though.
They've arrived on the
It's a
site.
great
Now an
recon.
advantage towards
Damages.
NRG, and guns down
Maybe
backside.
been done. Let's see. That's
Awesome,
must
it
be.
gets a couple there. What is going
Must
on?
be tempted to pop
Now
his
it's a
ult. Dude,
one-on-one.
8
Brock's
HP.
down to 8 HP. Pinged out as well. The approach
Very,
from
very
EU
nice. This
will
was
secure
close
things for
one,
100
though.
Thieves
Aston
and
did
even up the
great.
score.
It was a nice approach there, having the Omen TP out behind the box backside while two players ran through the smoke. Absolutely shuts down the 100 Thieves members that were already on C. But thankfully, two more left alive. Safe hands to win out there, thanks to Austin's double.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What is this,
that
timeout?
It's the double swing when EU has the drone out, right? And Austin is still out in front of it. Could have gone really poorly for 100 Thieves.
Nice!
I don't lose clutch at least. At least I don't lose clutch.
Is he casting his own games?
The narrative continues.
We just cut to him in between every single round, and he'll tell us what to think. It's like, yeah, you know, he's so clutch.
Okay.
His
How's
aim
the
really
attack calling right
steps
now?
up.
Mate, there's been one buy round. The buy round wasn't too bad. They're trying to
Honestly, he was his aim was a
insert
little bit
one, and
like
it's the
some kind of
jet. So when you
robot
exec
before.
over towards the site, you see everyone,
He's a big moment
and you would
player.
imagine the jet's there as well. So you're meant to not think there's a luck.
Even game now between 100 Thieves and
They
NRG.
did kind of good on B in terms of 100 Thieves not making any sound.
That is now 5
Don't
in a
know,
row.
mate, we've had one buy round. It's not
400
like we can.
Thieves?
It feels like
say too
map
much.
1. It was a little competitive. Then 100 Thieves got their feet out under them. They ran away with it there.
We've seen it go a couple of different ways, right? Even there, like that's the stinger. The exec play looked to work for them, even though they didn't have the guns.
Oh,
and ended up
F? I
losing
think
it
it's
at
a
the
Twitch
end.
thing. My
Could
stream's so
do some
fine.
convincing for NRG to look for more similar setups. So this time around, I think challenging into the mid
Okay,
space.
up against
Early in halves, I do
Sova
like when
ult,
teams
and
play
maybe they have a
rounds
set
to
plan
sort of
with
figure
the,
out where
oh, okay, we're
default
going aggro
utility
with
is
this.
gonna be specifically around the
What
site.
smoke are we doing? Window
This time
smoke
it's
to make it
very
look like we're
deep
pushing
tripwires.
mid?
I mean, that is a crazy one over on the back of A.
This is like a bait of a
Bustio can
round
just
we've done
Perch
before.
up in heaven and get spams
Oh, no,
off
okay,
of.
B one. Okay, sure.
Oh, we're gonna have a dart deep. 2 players creeping down C for potential spam onto the player top box, or not.
Yeah, they're just going to leave Austin on the embed instead.
End up calling off that play when they didn't get any info over towards A, I think.
Mata in garage. Okay, nice shot from
Dude, that
Xander.
first
The
round, they're
duelist is
just
down.
trying to
No one was
prod.
there with him.
I mean, they're looking for the Cypher camera, and they kind of had a punish on that.
This is problematic for
A big
NRG,
jolt to
although
win, though.
this gets
That
them
opens
right
it back
into
up.
Still, that double walk up onto C. There's a tripwire.
Dude, he
It's
wants
gonna
more.
hit these players now, but if finesse falls,
Oh, he spots
all the
one.
pressure in the world on NRG's core to accelerate
And it's
the
the
other way.
Omen as well. And they didn't see the camera
hitting
over
into
towards
Bustio, if he
C.
just gets
That
one
should be
kill off
enough
these
info
strengths
to
and
know that
plays
you're playing
retake,
retake
he'll be
over
happy.
towards A with
Yeah,
a
high
Cypher.
chance that Brock ends up having to use the Armageddon to hit this site.
No trip here, no
Which
camera here.
Thieves have nobody home.
Missile stun. Doesn't break
Yeah,
any
you can
of the
see him
trips,
walking in.
But we'll get them out into the site, sparing the ultimate for now.
30 seconds left.
No, they'll use it towards him. You
Ooh.
gotta get out of your camp.
Oh, yeah, dude, we got the ult for Heaven to punish him as well. Yeah, Boostio's just locked in on that one Xander.
Xander and Austin, I need a shot on Finesse.
Dude, insta
He's
ult.
got a great
That was
corner,
kind of
a
nice,
great
though. I liked his
timing
ult
for a
here.
kill onto
Spike down
Asuna.
15
Spike
seconds.
knocked down
Whoa.
Xander! Where's that come from? 4 kills!
That's
10
nice from
seconds
Xander,
left,
dude.
his ace. Finesse.
He's just going to stay alive, to
He's
be honest
walking
here.
out.
Damn, just done. Dude, Xander. What a round that
It's just
is.
a question of when. 100 Thieves.
Omen ult, and at the
win
same
it
time, you're
out,
breaking the
all
trip.
thanks
It's kind of
to
cool.
Xander in long.
That is crazy. NRG falling again here, and it's after they're seemingly in a great position with
Wait,
the ult getting
what?
the kill, but it's an Omen ult quick onto the flank. That was an ult just into long, with a Neon coming in behind it to set them even further behind.
Hey, nice shots at the end here.
And Mimi, as you start to think about it, NRG haven't won an attack round on Haven this entire stage.
I mean, the call from what they,
Playing the map.
the call
just
with the info
continuing
they
to
got
go.
was good, but even the ult over towards heaven. I think the Brock needs to,
Oof.
after the Omen ult,
They need
needs to
something
be swinging
here.
that better,
And
but
that's a good start. Finesse opens
there's
around
another
onto Cryo.
pick where
Back-to-back
FNS's
rounds.
own
Finesse finds
Cryo.
a-
What is
What
going
is
on?
that?
Neon
Dude,
moment.
his Neon's
It's a
so
1
nuts.
for
It's
1.
kind of fast
Okay.
decision making though.
EU's breaking his ankles, dropping down, getting droned out. Psalm's finding a pick over on C. This is the round NRG win? Everyone just go your separate ways and win your fights?
Freestyle it for maybe their first attack round of the stage.
Oh, Brock, here's the...
I'm not even
orb
sure they
taken as
check this
well.
corner. Plant goes down. It's a 4v2, and you still got someone locked in here.
Perfect position for Brock. Trigger discipline. Should be an easy 2. He's waiting. Whipping a little, but still makes it work.
All good. Win's a win. We're back up to even. NRG gets their first attack round on this map.
Scary?
Off the
Yeah, a little bit
stage.
scary. Definitely a little bit scary.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, hey, Ethan finds the trade, but
For
really,
sure.
I think this round, the 2 moments, it's
Well, it's a
Finesse
wide
finding
jump
the
peak.
opener,
Yeah.
back-to-back rounds, challenging into mid, getting that, and Psalm taking down on C.
Now NRG gonna try and put some momentum off that round. They have the Rolling Thunder, they're postured
1,
towards
2,
C.
3, 4. What would it be? 2,400 loss bonus?
Psalm,
Yeah, this is a big round though.
very interesting setup
A
from Austin in
9-9.
window as well, though. He's playing like that really tight pixel line to watch players and give up a lot of the space in Garage.
You have a really strong relay bolt there as Neon to fight in
Yeah,
as
we
well.
got Insta Salvos to try and break the trips.
Xander thinking about this angle as well, but NRG are backing away. They don't
A
love the
great
fact
reclear. Look at
they
the
haven't
timing on
seen
this
much.
reclear. It's
Look
incredible.
how quick Austin is to challenge the space. This guy just starts walking. If he doesn't see someone on his screen, he's just going to W key. And what it does is consistently give 100 Thieves beautiful information so they can start preempting these mid-round pivots of NRGs and start stacking into the final destination.
They have full information, A and C
Okay,
long.
Cypher camera that
Okay,
you
but
have to
three,
place
but
while the
NRG
trip
slowed
is, while the barrier goes
Considering
down.
this to go back
So
towards
you know
Garage
most
C.
likely the trips are here, but you're probably thinking he's in heaven, maybe. So I want to see how proactive
Waterworks up
100
there, mid.
Thieves are over towards
This is the one gap in 100 Thieves.
like this double push
defense.
once they lose B could be kind of
Little
nice.
Miss on the dash, but site will still be taken.
Yeah, Psalm's going to get up there, so it's no problem.
30 seconds
Benefit of
left.
having the
Okay,
Omen there.
all 5 on site.
100 Thieves
They
push
gotta
out
take
on
some
both
space.
The outside wings, breaking some Cypher utility. See if they can force NRG to take a more
Especially with this
forward
trip
angle.
going, you got to take some
Step
space,
in
guys.
to 100
We can't
Thieves
tell
crosshair.
5 in sight.
Everybody on site for NRG.
What are they waiting for? Bit of
The
sound and then
5v5
Ethan ults and they
retake.
send it?
And 3 angles of approach for 100 Thieves. Rolling Thunder to fight towards Link. That'll buy some space, some time for NRG as this retake starts to come in and 100 Thieves start to find success. Unless Mata
Dude, he got a
can do it
third as
himself.
well.
Shuts down onto 3. Puts EU in the clutch, and there's just not time for this. The clock will expire,
Nicely done from
and
Mata.
NRG will win their
Okay, I was a little
post-plan.
That's a big
worried
round
with the
for
no
Mata, 'cause that
plan,
site
or at
was
least
a
what I thought was a
mess
no
of
plan, but
smokes.
honestly they just
You
waited
got
for the Omen
cages, you
flash
got
and
open
then
smokes,
breach
you
order
got
to try and get kills off
neon
of it, 'cause
walls
knew
flying on
that
up.
they would be close. So
It's just
actually,
about finding
pretty
those
good.
moments you can challenge on through them.
Mata saved him, let's be honest,
He's
but
completely off guard. Been taking down a shielded ISO.
like we said, that was a big round to
That
force
is
him
a
down
big
to an
one for
eco. This
NRG.
should
Forces
be
100 Thieves onto an
11.
eco. NRG are playing for their tournament lives, don't forget, right? No chance because they're the number 4
2-9
seed
on
coming
top of
into
this, I guess
so
when he
for them,
buys,
this
he'll
whole
be
tournament
okay.
is
Can buy
single
light armor.
elimination.
We need to win 3 games in a row to make Toronto. Pretty tough odds.
Hey, that's some nice damage.
Good spam from Asuna, though. Man, Ethan's down to 9.
A little bit more damage.
Okay.
Definitely a little bit
Asuna
more damage.
Just puts
Oh,
Finesse down.
oh boy, this
could
one's
get
looking
ugly.
scary.
Teams are
They
starting
got
to
no
challenge.
trips for behind once they commit
More
over towards the
players on
side
C is
now
the
as
wrong
well.
side of the map. But hearing a teleport, I wonder if it's time for Asuna to creep forward.
Oh, he's creeping. But spotted out.
Yeah,
Has to slide
doesn't
get
want to
away.
give him that kill back for free.
NRG still have a minute left on the clock, but it's a bit uncomfortable because Mata's got the Outlaw, hasn't popped the knives yet. So instead of sort of doing that to accelerate into A, they've left him to see if there will be that late walk-up. be the later insurance for the team. I think NRG have realized again that B site is being left open in the mid rounds. And this is heads up stuff from NRG. They've been getting kind of owned, leaning into C and A in the late rounds, but C a couple times in a row has been abandoned.
Smoke, top of sight,
No flank
Omen
this time
flash
for
for
100
Omen
Thieves.
flash. Oh
And
boy,
where did that kill come from?
Madalot,
Through the
Garage.
wall. Ethan's low. Hello, Arsena. In his face. Cryo's shield saves him, but not for another kill. Shots wide. And NRG bouncing back. Ew! Shuts it down. 2 kills with a recovered weapon. And NRG lose to the Eco.
You already know
Oh
it.
boy, I
Eco's
mean,
coming in on the
hit some nice
comes.
shots at the beginning of the
I'm
round.
so clutch. Meon and Eco, we're winning those, no problem. And it looked easy for 100 Thieves. That fadeaway shot
Lock
from
into
Xander.
Garage with an outlaw,
And just
but it
a
has to
perfect
take
lineup for
space because they
Eon.
have no.
It's a disaster
Cypher up.
for NRG. Just losing those opening picks.
Dude, if we
Feeling
have an
it after that round
outlaw,
win.
why we
Now NRG
and we
are
want to do the smoke on
stunned
Heaven? Why
away
we?
by Asuna. We'll still try to challenge back in A. That's a lot of utility to can't claim this angle.
Good kill.
Good shots from Mata to follow through.
Is he going to step up and challenge?
Yes.
He wants to.
Yes.
Mata's on the close
Oh
corner.
my God, this could be.
You.
Okay.
That's a lot of players ahead of him. He's stuck in by this ultimate, but he's got the help of Cryo, who's the hero in this moment. Shuts down the execute single-handedly.
And NRG can't
Big
scale up the
shutdown.
Armageddon.
Does he want to go
Brock
for a
used that,
blind
but
ult?
with Cryo coming into the site, it's not
Okay,
possible.
shield's
Cryo
done.
has ult too. If they play into a retake, he can just steal the planter. Easy peasy.
Interesting ult from Psalm. Early on the rotate.
Yeah, it's
over.
a nice ult though. It creates pressure over towards spawn as well. Helps clear long so they don't have to worry about this corner and the normal reaction to them going over
They've already
towards
cleared
A.
their spawns,
That's really
so
good ult.
Really, it is just B to C link
Yeah,
that
they
they're
hear the
worried about
camera.
now.
Lucio spots him towards long. Ooh,
Great
and I
shot.
didn't
Dude, Psalm's
expect
had a
Psalm
nice
that
round here.
wide. And that's brought advantage back to NRG.
For sure. At least now
Tell
for
me
100
Cryo
Thieves, they
doesn't
know the
ult
Omen
this.
isn't in their walls. Cryo has the ultimate. If it comes down to it.
No one's miles away. Don't push when you know
Cryo
he's miles
very
away. You
alone.
can play time. Oh boy.
Last player
Okay.
standing.
And now he's
Dude, did they
dead.
think they were going to be saving and they
Xander's
wanted
just
to
gonna
just
save
hunt them
this round.
early? That's so scary.
Good work out of Psalm and the rest of NRG to course correct there for sure.
Yeah, it was really nice from Cryo there. 2 kills on A, shut down the
Okay,
hit
let's start
alone.
talking about money a little bit here.
I feel like NRG have been kind of playing a challenge throughout this half where
It's not
a lot of
great.
their actual moments when they're coming to exec,
Asuna's got ult.
they're doing without their duelist. And
This is a
that's not
gun.
always like Mata being dead in this round, sure.
This
sure.
can't be a
But lot of
drop,
times it's
really.
Mata over on a lurk or Mata with, you know, a
So what do
sniper
they do?
rifle in
Take a
hand,
hit
so
on
he's left
this?
on his own.
I think
Yeah, they've put
he
him on
might
like
force
embed
this.
garage.
they definitely
quite a
might
few
force
rounds
this.
here.
Give Cryo a gun, try and just
Half for
fast
NRG
overwhelm
is
somewhere with
very
the
much
neon
not
ult.
about, you know,
In which case,
coordinated
I guess NRG want to go
execs. It's way
aggro
more
over
about playing the
towards.
slower macro,
I
banking
don't know.
off
This is
their
a hard
lurkers.
round to call.
Shocking with finesse is the IGL.
You could definitely
Yeah,
retake one pretty
Paid off for
easy.
them in the last few rounds, and this is exactly
Yeah,
what
it's
you
a good
wanna see
timeout.
Coach Zix call a timeout for 100 Thieves. Come in and have the answer.
Because I would be
This
super
calling
tempted
for
here to eco and.
Mike's on the other side trying to make
Well-
his way through this one as well. His former boss on 100 Thieves.
If you're
when he
forcing
was
here,
Zix's
it's
assistant coach last
yeah,
year.
you're so all in. But again, they have great retake ults. Need to make sure no one dies.
I'm kind of expecting 100 Thieves to go back to the style. We've heard Zix talk a lot, like when things aren't going well, the reason is often confidence.
Can players-
you know,
players
we're
can
not
call
playing
timeouts.
aggro enough, like we just need to go and be taking the fights, we know we can win.
They'll just disrespect them.
Just disrespect them, it's a classic. But when I have seen that for 100 Thieves, when they are like stepping forward and just like facing new fights in mid rounds, oftentimes they've been able to find gaps and get big information against NRG that have helped
My
them
opinion on
massively inside
FNS.
rounds.
Yeah, I mean,
There is
he's a
some
great
honesty to
IGL.
it. And on a round where
It's
you're
just,
going to be popping the Neon ult as well.
The problem is the
for brawls around
meta's
that is
not
gonna be very
great.
effective.
Big rounds
Like
here.
the meta
100
for
Thieves are buying
IGLs was
into
the
it.
Sky
Won't have a
meta.
ton of money left
That was the real one.
if they lose this one.
So
Last
at
eco,
this current
100 Thieves
meta,
snuck
you
away
kind of
with-
just got to be able
with
to
some sheriff
frag a
shots.
little heavier.
This time Boostio's not even setting up his util. Just
Yeah.
a forward tripwire. Not every day you see that down C long.
Guy Meta was
So that
brain
he can
dead.
stack into mid with a
Kind of the
couple his
opposite, to be
teammates, just
honest,
have
but
that very deep info line. Where's that camera at? There we go.
There it is.
Asana's really on his own over to A. Pulling out some util though.
Yeah, sees the breach in the tail.
okay,
NRG
bit of
are
pressure
taking
over
their time.
towards A.
But again, in this mid round, a few times in a row, NRG have guessed correctly. Good spam. And
my
again, proceeding the rotate over.
God. What is
Expecting
that?
100 Thieves to
What
be
is
leading
this
into
though?
A.
What is
Now
this
there's
read?
no tripwire anymore, speeding to C.
What is this
100
read?
Thieves is pretty quick on this flood.
What is this read? Dude, fast flood, 4 people on site though is gonna be mayhem.
Which way? It's chaos on the site, but Xander! 4
Damn,
kills!
dude.
Shuts
Damn,
it
bro, that was
down!
nuts.
Xander
Dude,
is
they had a
just on
read when they were
fire
holding over
today.
towards A that he
An
would be in
unbelievable
garage.
fracture
And they
now
fast
clutch on
flooded
the
with
eco.
4. They
The
were so
rookie
fast on
controller,
it.
Again,
Dude,
after
Xander's
having
had
a
so many
brutal
insane
series
rounds.
in the upper bracket, is leading the way. 24
Dude,
and
every single
13.
time. It's a mad ult.
And remember the stakes of this round. 100 Thieves forced into it. They lose this, they're almost certainly looking at map 3.
Yeah.
Tralaleo, tralala!
Unreal. Dude, they're feeling
P.
it out
Birdman,
there.
thank you so
They
much,
are
man. Appreciate
hyped.
the prime.
And
Thank
they
you for the
should be.
26 months. Thank you so much, bro.
Now
Thank
NRG
you, thank you.
Fighting into A. Asana tucked away
What
in
is
the
the
corner.
money here?
Pamada has an inkling. Has an idea, but he's not good enough to get that kill on the
The
approach.
walk, peek, the angle.
So 100 Thieves get to play with a straight up man advantage.
Again, around NRG, play without their duelist. And now the other things to worry about for NRG. Accelerating in, there's still the ISO ult in play. 100 Thieves are still looking to aggro back into short.
NRG walk up, Cryo caught with the shield in hand by Sam, but Asana in short catches the timing of his own,
Dude,
and
it's like the
Xander
Battle of the
arriving on
Omens.
the scene, the hero of last round, trying to alleviate the pressure from Asana.
It's so uncomfortable though. Asana's in your walls. NRG have the sight, but where's Boostio?
It's a
Haven't seen
really
Xander
good
in a second either.
reposition from Asana.
Finesse tucks into a corner. It needs to be more than one and done.
Look
The
at that timing.
Ethan looks away. Finesse
Oh,
wins it
5
against
bullets though.
Boostio. Now a 1-on-2, and
it's a big
Asana
commit.
holds
He
the
knows that he has to do
line.
something because it's no good plant for him.
100 Thieves match point.
And that means for NRG, one more round could be the last they play here in stage 1. Do or die moment for this squad. They're going to call a timeout to set up for it.
One enemy remains.
You lose here, and it is a long wait. A month till Toronto, an entire tournament. Having to sit and ready yourself
It's a big
for
timeout,
stage
man.
2.
Big timeout.
NRG, a team that came in with the highest of expectations. Winning two of the biggest events in the offseason,
Yeah, a lot of people had them placed like number 1, number 2 coming into kickoff.
and that fell apart. People believed in a rebound in stage 1. They made playoffs, they looked okay. But now here in the playoffs, facing down a first round elimination if they cannot win this 24th round and pull us to map 3.
Forget that, they got to go into OT first.
That's true.
A lot weighing on their minds right now. But they are going to have a bye. They're going to have the Rolling Thunder in Ethan's hands as well. So far, the early brawls into A have been sort of so-so. Some have gone their way, some
The
haven't.
double duelist is mostly because the Neon can actually like
Moving back
secure a
into
default
B
over
and
towards A.
Garage.
Like
More
because
often
it's a
than not,
Neon
the
and a
NRG
Yoru, you
found
can
some
actually
success
use
when they
the
strung together those
stun
3 rounds
and insert 1. Not
the
that they've
middle
been
of it
going
all.
too aggro over towards A, but it's been a fair amount. Like you might see the reason why. We're gonna have double damage go in, and I imagine Asana's using a stun.
100 Thieves
Yeah.
played So
Ooh.
aggro over here, and Finesse is stunned
Ooh.
up inside of the cage. How is he taking this
Joe.
fight? That's ridiculous, but he doesn't get the opener.
His team will react into B. Mata dashes deep. Hunter's
Deadly
Fury onto the
Silver. He
site.
goes from
EU
spawn to make
gets
sure he
some
has a better
damage.
angle.
No kill.
Mata up
Almost.
so far
Dude, look
forward.
at the positions
Player
right
has an
now.
idea,
This is
though.
weird as
46
hell.
HP. And
Rolling
now the Rolling
Thunder.
Thunder to push him down.
He has his shield.
Yeah, honestly,
has
the
his
ult's
ult,
worth here. He'll
and
get
he
full
wants to
HP in the
use it.
ult.
Gets a grab onto the Teo. A 1v1 against Brock.
He's done it again, bro.
Shield gone. Brock
Guys
can't
out in the
do it
open
again.
every single time with his ult.
And it's a
Why?
5-on-3 now. NRG trying to keep their stage alive, but Asuna,
They're
he's on the
sticking!
spike. He's defusing.
Bro, they're just
They're not
sticking this the
letting
whole way.
go. NRG barely stop it, and now Mata 1v4 facing the
Okay,
music.
damn.
And he
2-0
can't stand.
for 100 Thieves. NRG done.
2-0.
Oh, boy.
Deny NRG their
Big
chance at Toronto. They stay alive in the lower bracket.
Train, yeah,
second
the
map
train's
was a
gone.
close
There's only one
affair.
train left.
But another monster
Gonna jump on board the
performance
Paper
out
X
of
train.
Xander. This guy showed up